Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a story of my first job in Canada as a quality assurance analyst. It was my first job interview in Canada for the role QA Analyst at Connectra Technology. So Connectra Technologies was a startup in Canada. I still remember that day. My heart was beating fast. My hands were little, sweaty, and I told myself that this is my chance and I have to, get through this interview. And before I tell you my story, I will share a common question that company ask for the QA interviews in Canada. But before that, I would like to give you a little background about myself. I am Hina. I work as a senior business analyst with Government of Alberta. Yes, I have a very good government job. I have a successful career for my age, and I started working in Canada from 2018, and I have 7+ years of experience working in Canada and 9 years of experience overall. So I worked in India for 2 years and I also did internship. So overall my work experience is 9+ years. Before I tell you my story, I will share some common questions that companies ask for QA analyst interviews in Canada, because I gave so many interviews. These are the questions you can prepare for, and I prepared for these questions. So let's get started. So the interview questions you must prepare for: number 1, tell me about yourself. That's very common question. Number 2, why did you choose quality assurance as your career? Number 3, what is your experience with manual testing as well as automation testing? Number 5, what is the difference between verification and validation? Number 6, what is regression testing and when do you use it? Okay, so these are the common questions. There are some more. Number 7, how do you prioritize test cases when time is less? So prioritization is very important. Number 8, what tools have you used for bug tracking? Number 9, explain challenging bug you have found and how you reported it. Number 10, how do you ensure quality when the deadlines are tight? Number 11, how do you handle conflicts with developers and testers and other testers? Okay. Number 12, what is your experience with agile methodology? So there are two methodologies, agile and waterfall, but for the QA they usually use agile. Number 13, what do you know about that company? So whatever the company you are applying for, you must know its details. And how do you see yourself after 5 years? Okay. And the last one is, do you have any questions? So these are the common questions. I gave 2-3 quality assurance analyst interviews. The common questions interviewers asked me, so I thought of listing every question. So I highly recommend taking down notes and prepare for all the questions that I mentioned. Let me tell you how I answered these questions. So when they asked me, tell me about yourself, I gave a short and clear answer. I spoke about my education, my skills in testing, and my past work experience in India, because it was my first job, of course. When they asked me what tools I used for the testing, I told them I have worked with Jira, I have worked with Selenium, and I also said that I'm a quick learner and I can use and learn any QA tool because I'm a quick learner. And here is my advice for you: do not memorize the definitions or do not memorize the interview. Always give answers from your heart. And for the definitions, for example, what is unit testing, what is regression testing, do not give the theoretical definitions. You have to answer in such a way that how have you used those testings in the past and how is your experience with those tools. Okay, and if you're new or if you're a fresher, talk about your training projects, your volunteer work, even practice projects you have done at home or in your college. So talk about your experience overall and show them, show them that you are agile, you're flexible, you are ready to learn new things. They asked me about the tools I used, the softwares I used. They asked me about the various testing types, that is regression testing, unit testing, black box testing, and there are so many. They asked me about the bugs I fixed, the bugs I reported, and how did I handle conflict between other testers and the developers. And they also asked me some behavioral questions. So what are the behavioral questions? Behavioral questions are something they will ask to know more about yourself, how good you are handling stress, how good you are as a team player, how good you are resolving conflicts, how good you are prioritizing your tasks. So when they interview for quality assurance analyst, they do not just test your quality assurance experience, but they judge you as a human being as well. So make sure your aura and your personality is very open, and make an eye contact, talk confidently, and just don't think as an interview. Think you are talking to your friend or you are talking to your teacher, and just be very polite and very expressive. This can be a problem for introvert people because their body language is bit shy. So for the interview, just be flexible and let them know that you are a good team player, you are very agile, you are very flexible, you are a quick learner, you are ready to learn new softwares, new tools, new applications if needed. Please prepare all the questions I just shared with you, and to answer the questions you have to always use STAR methodology. So in Canada, if you want to answer any questions, you have to use STAR methodology. So what is STAR? So what STAR? So S is situation, T is task, A is action, and R is result. So if they ask you any behavioral questions you can use the STAR methodology to answer those questions. Okay, and this first interview gave me a lot of confidence, and after that I gave 2-3 more interviews, but those were online. This was offline. It was a in-person interview, so it was a whole different experience, and that was a pre-COVID era, so it wasn't new for me. And for the dressing I wore normal pants, the formal pants and shirt. I didn't have blazer at that time, and I was new to Canada, so I just wore shirt and pants, no blazer. And for the makeup I did a very light makeup, just used some compact and lip gloss, nothing fancy. And the main thing you can carry is your confidence. Your confidence is your strength. So no matter what you wear, what makeup you do, just make sure you're well groomed, you're clean, your nails are clean, and just wear your confidence. And okay, the last thing I want to share is so when I went for the interview, I carried a whole file, whole folder, which had all my certifications, all my results, and degree certificates and everything, and also my resume. And when I started opening and giving them resume, and they were like, no, we already have your resume, no need to open anything. And then that was a cultural shock for me, because I remember when I gave interviews in India, I always had to gave my resume, the hard copy of my resume. They always ask the certifications that I did, but that was a cultural shock for me. So do not carry any folder, any file and any certificate or degree certificate. That's not needed. They trust you. Whatever you write in your resume, they trust you with that, and you have to do justice to that trust. So please do not lie anything in the interview. That's not a good impression. I know you are very desperate to get a job, so many people, they lie in their resume. But if you lie in your resume, and they will know, because if you tell them that you have worked on like 10 softwares, 12 softwares, and if they ask you some questions and if you are not able to answer them, they will definitely know that you have lied in the resume, and that's not a good impression to have on the interviewer if you want to get that job. So please be real, be honest, do not lie in your resume. And if you have not worked on certain things, that's okay. You can tell them that honestly, I have not worked on this software or tool or work, but I'm very quick learner, I can learn on the job. So honesty plays major role. So if you have not done anything that they asked for, please do not shy away to tell them the truth. The honesty goes a long way. So all the best for your interview. I hope you get a job that you're looking for. Getting a first job in Canada is something different. I mean, the feeling is different, because we immigrate or move to Canada with lot of dreams, and when you dream, and then when you dream to have a specific job, and when you get it, it's the happiness is whole different level. So I wish you all the best, and please do make note of all the questions I mentioned in this video and prepared for those interview questions. And I wish you all the best, and let me know if you have any questions related to quality assurance analyst position or interviews questions or anything. I'm happy to answer them all, and love and positivity from me to you. I'm a new YouTuber, so I will greatly appreciate if you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye.